How's it going, guys? Hope you're well. I am so excited about today's topic because it's definitely one that hits home, if you know what I mean. So this is for you mamas out there, as well as dads who also can gain some weight during the pregnancy. I think it's called like compassion eating or sympathy eating or something like that. So this is for you guys too. But anyway, so thanks so much for coming by, and we're gonna get right to it. So today I wanted to talk about postpartum nutrition tips and kind of touching a little bit on weight loss. So hopefully, this will provide some good ideas for you guys. So first things first is I want you to remember that you just had a baby. Okay, what an amazing thing that you just did. Your body did an amazing thing, whether you had a C-section, whether it was a natural birth, whether you're medicated, all of that. So it's just it's a crazy thing that you just accomplished. So right off the bat, I just want you to, for the first several months, 6 months, remember that you have to take time to heal yourself. You need to be nourished. You need to get it in calories and nourishing foods to help you heal, to give you energy, and also if you're breastfeeding, to produce really good breast milk. So right away, I don't even want you to even worry about trying to lose weight. Okay, so really, what I'd like you to do is actually eat what you want. Eat what you want when you want. I remember waking up in the mornings just being like starving, and I had a friend who made frozen breakfast burritos. They were amazing, and I would eat like one of those. I'd have maybe some fruit and then also like some cereal. I craved carbs, so I would eat what I want, and I didn't even care. I didn't care because I was starving. And the other thing to remember, and I'm sure you've heard this before, is that it took 9 months to put on the weight, and it's going to take at least 9 months, maybe not for everyone, but it's going to take time for you to lose that weight. So don't get too caught up in trying to lose weight right away. The other thing is that if you are breastfeeding, keep in mind your body actually requires an extra 500 calories a day to produce good breast milk. So it's a process that is a high metabolic demand on your body. So you need those extra calories as well. So really down the road though, you could certainly use that to your advantage. So that's why I also recommend breastfeeding. I'm a huge proponent of it, but certainly understand that not every baby can breastfeed, and formula is fine. So I want to get that out of the way right off the bat. But if you, it is one more incentive to try to breastfeed, is down the road that those 500 calories, a reduction in 500 calories, or your body's burning 500 calories, that's going to help you lose weight over time. So one idea that I came up with is to help kind of guide your diet is macronutrient distribution breakdown. So macronutrients, of course, being your proteins, your carbohydrates, and your fats. So I say 25, 25, 50. So 25% of your calories should come from protein, 25% of your calories should come from fat, and 50% of your calories should come from carbohydrates. So an example being, if you're striving to consume an 1800 calorie diet, 450 calories would come from protein, and that's about 112 grams of protein, which sounds like a lot, but it's not. I don't want you to be concerned about that. Research is out there that shows that getting in more protein is actually beneficial for your overall health. So don't worry too much about that. 450 calories should come from fat, and that's about 50 grams from fat. And then lastly, 900 calories should come from carbohydrates, and that's about 225 grams of carbohydrates. So that's kind of, if you're into the numbers, if you like numbers and that helps guide you, that's totally fine. I'm not a numbers person. Some people are, so that might be helpful to you in creating your diet and what you're trying to consume during the day. Another thing I hear about too is you're like starving, you're hungry. I know exactly what you're talking about. But to again, in the beginning, I don't want you to worry about that. I want you to eat what you want, but certainly to combat hunger, as you're further along postpartum, I would recommend trying to consume small frequent meals, maybe 6 small meals throughout the day. So every couple of hours, you're eating something. And if we're using the previous example of an 1800 calorie diet, that would be trying to consume 300 calories per meal, as well as 18 grams of protein per meal. So that's going based off that previous example of those small frequent meals should contain that amount, 300 calories and about 18 grams of protein. The other thing to help, ward off that hunger is to consume more vegetables and high fiber foods, as well as making sure you are getting in that good protein, because those types of foods will help fill you up and keep you fuller longer and sustain you as well as far as energy goes. Because I know I tend to want to, when I'm starving, I will go for carbohydrates. That's like the first thing I go to. So this will hopefully help combat that hunger. The other thing I want you to consider is actually to take some nutrition supplements. If you're not, having a balanced diet, maybe consuming, or taking a multivitamin would be good for you, just to kind of fill any nutrition gaps. The other thing is omega-3s. I definitely encourage and recommend omega-3 supplements if you don't eat fish. And the current dietary recommendations for nursing mothers is 250 to 375 milligrams daily of DHA plus EPA. So keep that in mind. And those omega-3s are super important for eye, brain, and cognitive development in your baby. So that's why it's very important to consume fish or an omega-3 supplement. There's actually an article I'm going to link below, so read through that. It gives a good review of why it's important to consume omega-3s. Another supplement that I actually take is the Upspring Milk Flow Lactation Supplement, and that's to help boost breast milk production. And I actually find that it has worked for me. So it's produced 1 to 2 ounces per pumping session, which is amazing. I work full time and I pump, so this supplement has been helpful to me. So I know they actually do offer other food items like granola bars and cookies and stuff. So so definitely check this brand out right here. So that's definitely something that's been helpful to me. So one thing here is the well-known MyPlate that the USDA came out with. This is just a guide to help you kind of build your meals. So it's just something to kind of focus on, give you a little visual aid of what your meal should look like in order to make sure that you're consuming a balanced diet. So definitely use this. And then the other thing over here, this is the Canada's Food Guide recommendations. And I actually like this better than the MyPlate, just because it uses real food and a real image. But it definitely can be helpful, I think, in, again, helping you create a really solid plate of food and making sure that you are consuming a balanced diet. So the difference is you can see that Canada's Food Guide has water instead of milk over here from the MyPlate. So something to kind of think about as far as when you are consuming your diet in areas where you can kind of reduce your calorie intake. But lastly, I just want to kind of reiterate that you just made a human being. I know this is you probably, you've heard these things before. You've done an amazing thing. Your body went through a crazy process of creating a baby. Your body's amazing. Love your body, love yourself, whether, you do have extra pounds on you or not, whatever the case is. I myself, I've got fat rolls, I've got cellulite, I've got stretch marks. We've got them all over our body, and I'm actually at a point in my life where I am I don't even care. I actually like my body more now than I did 5-10 years ago in my 20s when I was in better shape and I weighed less. Because I had 2 kids and I am that's impressive. Kudos to me, right? High five. High five myself. And high five to you. Seriously, you just made a baby. What an awesome, amazing thing. Just have self-care, give yourself time, love yourself, and just be positive. I know it's hard. There's so many things that come with pregnancy and having a baby, and we're all in different places along the path there. But I just want to leave on that note, is that you need to love yourself. Just know that you are beautiful, and what you did was a beautiful, amazing thing. So just some positivity there. I'm going to leave it at that, and I appreciate you guys stopping by. Thank you for watching today. Please like and subscribe down below. I would appreciate your support. The more support I get, the more I can make an impact in the world around me and everything, and may impact more lives. So that is my goal. So anyway, you guys take care, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.